new realization that came to him during this sleep and this dream. And I'm going to get to that in 1 second. But I want to talk about the stones. You mentioned the stones. So when Yaakov turns up at this mountain, we know that there were 12 stones. And he made them into a barrier around his head. And he put the 12 stones there. And the Midrash says something unbelievable, and the Rishonim mention it, which is these stones started to argue with each other and said, I want him to sleep on my head, I want to sleep on my head, and they have a big fight with each other, and then they all locked into one stone, and he put his head down on one stone. That is what the commentators tell us based upon this stone. And it's based upon the fact that it's mentioned in the plural and then in the singular. So what exactly is this all about? Stones. And by the way, what does it even mean that stones speak and argue and quarrel? So just as a general theme, whenever we see inanimate objects mentioned in the Gemara or Midrash talking, it can mean a couple of things. Number one, if a stone could speak, this is what it would say. That's one opinion. Stones don't speak. Mountains don't speak. But we see it many times. Stars don't speak, but many times you'll see the cloud, the sun, the moon, they speak. It doesn't mean they speak. It means if they could, this is what they would say. Right? So this is one idea. Whenever it talks about animals speaking, this is what it means. Another opinion is no. There is a spiritual being that is connected to everything in this world, a malach, an angel, to every blade of grass. The Gemara says that a blade of grass does not grow unless an angel hits it with his finger. There's a certain energy that exists in all forms of life in this world and represented in Shemayim. Every human, every nation. Same thing over here. So these angels are arguing on behalf of these stones. Okay. So what do these stones represent? There's a lot written on it, but I read something today which is in my head, I'm going to tell you. And it goes like, then why do they unite? So the simple understanding is they represent the 12 tribes that have come out of Yaakov, which haven't come out yet, because he's not married yet. But this is part of the prophecy, that you're going to meet up with 12 nations, stones, rocks that come out of you. But don't worry, unlike your twin brother comes against you, right? And your father's brother, right? Who were divided, they're going to be one. So it's actually part of the prophecy. Part of the nevuah was that these 12 stones represent his descendants, because they're like rocks, they're going to live forever, and they're going to be united. Do not worry. So it's actually a reassurance. That's one interpretation. But I'll give you another one I just read today. And it says like this. It represents Torah. Torah.